hope she didn't get lost. It's 2:52. Christine should be here any minute now. I was legitimately thinking if she got lost, and well, she did. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, I have to show you something. Next time. It's on video. Go.
It doesn't matter how deep it is, Valerie. It'll be wet. I mean wet.
Tell me I'm not Christian right now.
Wait, Christian, what? We'll see you guys next time. Bye. This is gonna be one of the hardest videos I will ever have to film, I'll ever have to edit, and I will ever have to watch back.
Hi everyone, my name is Mari.
Okay, ready when you are.
Okay, yeah, my favorite FA memory was definitely like the Baha'i after party. I loved hanging out with, you know, my family, especially with my adings. First real party with my adings. You know, Chris and Michael, I love you guys. Don't forget about me. You're out there.
My favorite FA memory is the very first FA event that I ever attended, which was this past fall's Fam Social. It was memorable because it was on one of those days with weird muggy weather, so it would just start pouring rain really suddenly and then stop and then pour again. And as I was walking, as fate would have it, it started raining really hard on me. So I was crossing campus epically, with like rain in my face. I ran into Alumni Hall all soaked and dripping. And then there, like an oasis, was Fam Social. It was so warm, and I remember feeling instantly ensconced in all of this love from FA members and also their families.
I guess my favorite memory from FA was actually, it wasn't even during the school year, it was during ADOC. It was when I first came here, and they had like a showing of all the different Asian groups that were on campus, and I saw a Filipino group sitting at a table, and that's where I met some of the older Filipinos. They've already graduated, but seeing them for the first time was amazing to me, because I had always been the only Filipino in my school, so it felt really lonely, and I felt like I'd never had any attachment to Filipino culture. So seeing those people and them being so friendly to me was something that made me realize I wanted to be part of FA and I wanted to be part of that community.
Okay, so I have two of my favorite memories. One of them was my junior year when I was driving with, well, Emil was driving the car. It was to Kamayan. We were going to Boston. It was Emil, myself, and then Demichel, Danielle, and Alfonso in the back seat. And it was such a fun ride through the car. And like at this point, I think this is when I realized like how beautiful like these friendships were, and just like we had such a fun time. Like we were just driving, you could feel like the reverberations of like the music that we were playing, and I don't know, I really at this point just really enjoyed it.
My favorite memories with FA are always the really big events that we have, like Fam Social or Senior Send-Off or holiday parties, because I really like that vibe of all of the Filipinos being together and eating food, and it just reminds me of growing up and going to lots of parties with like family members, and it's like this big family community to have away from home, which is really nice.
Well, I can't think of like a singular memory, but I'd say like, you know, my sophomore and junior year when I was doing a lot more, just like constantly hanging out with everyone, whether it's like funny events, actually being at the events. Like me as a former dance coordinator, my favorite things are always to be performing in front of all these people, seeing all our hard work culminate in something that we all have fun with. So those were pretty good for me. But I mean, even hanging out like at study sessions or, you know, after hour parties, things like that, I just think anything where we've had like a group hang out, it's just always fun. So.
The culture show that we held this year. So many hours of planning, so much time invested, and it was amazing. Look at the success that it was, and my God, that was one of the happiest days of my life, seeing it all come together.
My favorite event so far has been the one that happened this semester, where we all went to a lake house. What was it, like 16 people? We forced a substantial amount of people into one house for an overnighter. It was definitely super fun seeing everybody come together, sing karaoke on YouTube, have sinigang together, stay up till 4 in the morning, and yeah, it was just the nicest thing.
So my favorite memory of FA, I don't have like a particular one that comes to mind, but I do have a list of things that I'm going to miss. After graduating and like no longer being part of like the Filipino Alliance here at Brown. So I'll miss the FA cooking events. I will miss seeing John and other people burn the lumpia. I'll miss performing and traveling with Arki. It's been a great 4 years with them, both current members and alums who have graduated.
Oh, okay. FA has taught me that we are better together. I am so thankful to have found such a supportive community in FA. And it just taught me that no matter how late into the night you were at dance rehearsal with your friends and with people who support you and who care about you, and there is nothing more special than that.
It's taught me that you can define Filipino in a lot of different ways, even though the consensus seems to be around our food, so primarily lumpia and halo-halo. But the fact that Filipinos come not just from all different parts of the US, but also around the world, is really interesting. And the nice thing is that we still have like a shared history and a shared set of experiences, and that we're able to come together as a community here at Brown.
I guess FA has taught me about empathy and about what it means to be a part of like a family away from your family. It taught me how to kind of like, well, aside from eating good Filipino food and like teaching me how to make lumpia, like, you know, it taught me how to like just be a part of like a bunch of people who are passionate about Filipino culture and who like, you know, want to share that passion with others.
Not in order. But I guess one thing that Filipino Alliance has taught me is the beauty of friendship. Just because I've met so many wonderful people in my 4 years of FA that I never would have met anywhere else. I really enjoy FA's like community, and so I've like found some of my best friends like Neely or Jennifer or even Mitchell and Danielle and Mari, and just like there's so many people in FA that I just absolutely love, and it's taught me to cherish those friendships.
I think some of my most memorable memories in FA were during the dance practices. Dancing together with everyone it felt like I was connected with each other, even though I looked like I was like concentrating on like getting all my moves right. Having the support of people being so friendly and supporting each other taught me how valuable it is to be part of a community.
FA has taught me a lot about what it means to have a community and about community building. I've learned a lot by getting to be on eBoard and also just getting to be in the FA and getting to meet new people and realizing that like what the community needs is so important, and supporting each other through everything that that we're going through is really valuable, and it's great to have that kind of support network and family.
Taught me a lot about myself and how like it's easy to find people that are similar to you. And you know, even though there are people that maybe have the same heritage as you, there are like different experiences that people have, and like someone who's coming from a place where like they never experienced, you know, Filipino culture beyond like the household, like never really having that type of people around me. I learned a lot about like myself and a lot about other people.
One of the main things that FA has taught me is just what I really do prioritize in life. What the top two things, in no particular order, of what I really do prioritize in life is friends and family. When work is the very, very, very last thing that I care about. Granted, it may not necessarily be the smartest thing, but that's just how I've been living my life this year, and I've just been much happier than I ever have been in my time here at Brown.
One thing that FA has taught me was that you can find a family in college, because we all came from high school where we probably had our clique and we were all scared of coming to college and not knowing who's going to be our new friends and all those things. But FA really taught me that you can build a community at Brown. But yeah, I want to answer I have another answer actually. Another thing that it taught me was that we're all on a very different journey when it comes to understanding what it means to be Filipino. I came from a very Filipino high school, and so I came from that background and didn't understand other people's experiences, but being part of FA really showed me everybody else's journey, and the fact that we're all here for each other to try to understand our place in the Filipino diaspora.
I guess one thing that I want to say to the rest of FA that we're gonna be leaving behind. So all the current juniors, freshmen and sophomores, this club that you're a part of is very special. You're gonna meet some of the greatest people that you will ever meet in your entire life, and some of the greatest friends you'll ever meet in your entire life. And yeah, especially for those who are on eBoard, it'll get hard. There'll be times where you will not know exactly what to do just because it's so crazy, it's so hectic. You just have to stick with it. You just have to stick with it, because in the end, you'll appreciate a lot of things that you will be able to do, or a lot of things that you have created.
You're going to be presented all these opportunities and you'll think that, oh, I have all this time, I'm a freshman or I'm a sophomore and I can figure that out later. But literally, yeah, senior year comes very fast and you are going to find yourself without enough time to do all the things that you wanted to do. So just do it when you can. Say yes as much as possible. Focus on grades still, but don't let your academics get in between you and building those relationships with people and doing fun and new things.
Work hard, dream big.
Follow your creative impulse during your time here at Brown with FA. Do everything you can to make FA the community you want it to be. If there's some sort of, I don't know, creative project or idea that you have for FA, like really make this organization yours. It's for you and it's for us.
I would definitely advise anyone and everyone to go out of their way to meet people who they normally wouldn't talk to branch out and do things that you would have never done, because that's how you grow as a person.
Just in general, that I wish I had done more was just enjoy Brown and take advantage of all of its resources, whether it be joining different clubs, joining different Asian clubs, doing like theater or doing a cappella. I wish that I had done a lot more, and so Brown provides such a great platform for students to just like go out, and so like don't be afraid and just stick to like whatever small box you think you're in. Like just feel free to explore.
Okay. I think my advice for underclassmen would be to make sure to surround yourself with people that care about you and also to care for each other. Times at Brown can be really difficult with like stress and finals and things like that, but having people that will take care of you or who will just like go out and eat food with you when you're stressed out, it's really nice to know that there are people who will make sure that you're going to make it out of there. And also it's important to take care of the people that you care about as well.
So for me, authenticity is much more important than popularity. I know FOMO's real, wanting to connect with people and get that Brown Bears Admires post is real. I'm looking at you, I think. But I think figuring out who you are as a person and figuring out ways to deal with the challenges of college life and hashtag adulting in general is much more important than trying to build the perfect facade.
Don't worry about careers. I know that's been a huge thing for me. Kind of just have fun, you know, it goes by quickly. I'm graduating, I don't have any life plans. And you know what, I'm good.
For the last time in an FA video, I'll see you guys next time.
My baby blue.